Burpees are one of the most popular exercises out there,
But almost everyone does them wrong.
and if you're doing them like this, well, then you could be wrecking your spine, your hips, and your knees. Most people do burpees like this and make at least one of the 3 mistakes that you'll learn about in this video. And fixing them could mean the difference between pain and progress. Oh, and mistake number 3 makes burpees way harder, so make sure you at least fix this one. Okay, the first thing that most people do wrong when they're doing the burpee is that they have bad posture when they're going into the burpee and when they're coming out of the burpee. And if we round our spine down and round our spine up like this, guess what happens? We end up damaging our spine, compressing our discs, hurting our nerves, and eventually injuring our lower back. So if you find yourself doing burpees where you're rounding your spine like this on the way down or humping your back like this on the way up, what you gotta do is make sure you have a flat, neutral spine. So what it looks like is this. Push your weight back on your heels, push your knees out, and then as you come down and bend your knees, keep your back nice and flat, don't let it round. Bring your hands all the way down to the ground like this with a neutral spine before you jump your legs back to the push-up position. And if you can't reach the ground with a nice flat back, well, your hamstrings and your hips might be too tight. So instead, practice your burpees in front of the low surface of a chair like this, coming out into the plank position with a nice flat back on the way in and out. And over time, you can gain flexibility by reducing the height of the surface, maybe using some blocks like this. So that way, you protect your back and keep it nice and safe. The next thing that people do wrong is they have a loose core when they catch themselves in the plank position of the burpee. As you can see, my hips are down like this. Sometimes people do it like this where their butt's up and their hips are a little bit higher. But in either case, this is really bad for your hips and your lower back. So instead of having a loose core when you catch your feet out like this, practice starting with a nice tight core as you catch your feet on the ground. A great way to practice this is instead of jumping back, step back and start practicing engaging your core as you reach the plank position. You can speed up the step back over time and eventually get back to jumping. Here's what I mean. Start by putting the hands on the floor with a nice flat back. Now step back, glutes and core are tight, step forward, and practice standing up with a nice flat back. Eventually, you can speed that up, nice tight core, come back up, and then you can practice jumping back, nice tight core, jump back up, just like that. Now the last thing that most people do wrong is really horrible for your knees. And that's when you bring your legs back up, coming up on your toes, coming down into a deep squat, and then trying to jump out of the bottom position with all of your emphasis being on your toes and your knees. Now, if you're young and super healthy and your knees feel really good, you might be able to pull this off for a while. But if you had any pain in your knees, if you had any injuries, or you don't feel like your knees are very strong, then let me show you how to fix this and put so much more pressure on your glutes, hamstrings, and hips rather than the knee joint. So instead of jumping up and landing on the balls of your feet and dropping your hips down, what I want you to do is jump up and try to land with your feet flat and your legs wider too. So instead of being close together like this, I want you to be nice and wide on the outsides of your hands like this, okay? That brings my hips above my knees, and once I reset my spine and go to the top position, now I'm using my glutes and my hamstrings to finish the motion, and my knees feel so much safer throughout. So don't jump your knees up like this. It's gonna hurt your knees like crazy. Instead, jump into a nice wide stance, make sure the knees are going the same direction as your toes, and then use your hips to finish the burpee. Most people don't like burpees, but they aren't the problem. It's not the exercise, it's how you are moving. That's why WeShape builds personalized routines designed to help you move your body better. Because when you move your body better, you feel better in your body. If you want us to build you a 10-minute follow-along movement routine that you can use to feel better, just click the link below.